Hello and welcome to another Vortex RC video. Thanks for tuning in. So for anyone who hasn't seen my last video, I was out running the RC18T2 here, doing some jumps. I had one landing where I landed on the back and messed up the shock tower. I had already fixed it previously from being broken. As you can see, it's got some fishing line there. It's getting bad again though after that landing. So I'm going to attempt to fix it again. I may not be able to do it, or I may be able to fix it. I'm not sure yet, but let's just get started. You can see I've got some fishing line here and some super glue, and those will probably be the only two things I'm going to use, although I might use a little bit of epoxy too, not really sure yet. Well, I guess the first thing to do is remove the shocks and get access to everything. Alright, now that we got everything off here, we can see how it was put together. As you can see, I've drilled some holes and put the fishing line through to help hold the pieces down. I guess I'm going to need to separate all the stuff here and get them cleaned up a bit. Just get some more of this fishing line out of the way. I believe this is 80-pound Power Pro fishing line. It's a braided fishing line, quite strong. 80-pound breaking limit, so for something like this, this is completely strong enough. Alright, so here's what's actually broken, and that's the shock tower mount. As you can see, I've had a lot of glue in there before. So what the plan is, I'm just going to re-glue this down like that, and then wrap some fishing line around, let that sit and dry, stick the shock tower back on, wrap some more fishing around that, and we'll see how it comes out. Alright, I'm just going to let that sit there clamp for a few minutes, let that glue set up a bit, and then we'll get on to the next part. Alright, so now that that glue is dried a bit, it's time to grab the fishing line and start wrapping it down to help keep this piece nice and tight. It's actually probably a little short. Let's get a little bit longer here. Now I just need to think of the knot that I'm going to use because I always forget this particular knot. Alright, so I do remember the knot. It's called a Palmer knot. It is a fishing knot. It's a pretty decent knot. It's not the strongest ever, but it's also not that weak, and it's very simple to do. Although if you don't do it for quite a while, you can forget it, but I do remember. The main reason I'm using it is because it won't slip once it's tied nice and tight. Especially if I put a drop of super glue on it. Alright, so let's get these in the right order. Alright, so just do a simple knot. And we widen the loop. Bring it over the entire piece and then tighten. Alright, so I got this piece mainly wrapped here, as you can see. Super glued all the knots. So now it's time to get the shock tower back onto it. Alright, so I've got this thing all repaired. Have no idea how long it will hold up, but I guess we'll find out when I run it some more. As you can see, it doesn't look too pretty, but it is quite stiff now, so hopefully it should be good. Now I could have just bought a replacement part think it's only about $5. However, I do like fixing excuse me. However, I do like fixing stuff myself, and I'm also cheap, and so this was a much cheaper option to fix it. Guess we'll just see how long it holds up. If you have any questions or comments, I guess before I'm done, I should actually get everything put back together. So let's just do that now. Alright, so I got the shock tower fully fixed, as you can see here. Absolutely no movement in it right now. It's rock solid. How long that will last, I'm not sure. Let's see if the body fits on the body post still. Yep, they fit perfect. So even though it was bent a little, the shock tower was bent a little bit, it still seems to be basically the right spot. So if anyone has any questions or comments, make sure to leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.